Ionic bonding is the complete transfer of valence electrons between atoms. It is a type of chemical bond that generates two opposite charged ions. In ionic bonds, the metal loses electrons to become a positive charged cation, whereas the nonmetal accepts those electrons to become a negative charged anion. Ionic bonds require an electron donor, often a metal, and an electron acceptor, a nonmetal. One example is calcium, that is a metal, and then chlorine, a nonmetal. Together would be an ionic compound and will have ionic bonds. Covalent bonding is the sharing of electrons between atoms. This type of bonding occurs between two atoms of the same element or of elements close to each other in the periodic table. This bonding occurs primarily between nonmetals. However, it can also be observed between nonmetals and metals. If atoms have similar electronegativities, covalent bonds are most likely to occur. Because both atoms have the same affinity or electrons and neither has a tendency to donate them, they share electrons in order to become more stable. An example of covalent bonding is water. Water consists of a covalent bond containing hydrogen and oxygen bonding together to make our daily drink H2O. A valence electron is an electron that is associated with an atom and that can participate in the formation of a chemical bond. In a single covalent bond, both atoms in the bond contribute one valence electron in order to form a shared pair. The presence of valence electrons can determine the element's chemical properties and whether it may bond with other elements. For a main group element, a valence electron can only be in the outermost shell. Bonds are formed when valence electrons in the outermost shell interact, and the nature of the interaction between the atoms depend on their relative electronegativity. Atoms with equal or similar electronegativity form covalent bonds in which the valence electron density is shared between the two atoms. The electron density resides between the atoms and is attracted to both nuclei. This type of bond forms most frequently between two nonmetals. Periodic trends are specific patterns that are present in the periodic table that illustrate different aspects of a certain element, including its size and its electronic properties. Periodic trends arising from the arrangement of the periodic table provides chemists with an invaluable tool to quickly predict an element's properties. These trends exist because of the similar atomic structure of the elements within their respective group, families, or periods, and because of the periodic natures of the elements. Periodic trends affect the bonding because of how the elements are ordered on the periodic table. Major periodic trends include electronegativity, ionization energy, atomic radius, and etc.